All right, we're recording the first page of the study guide. So in questions 1 through 4, you were asked to name the specific transformation that maps this triangle WTN onto the new triangle and be specific. So remember, when it asks for the transformation, what I want to know is that a translation, a rotation, or reflection? So translation, rotation, or reflection. Or is it a dilation? I don't think we'll see any of those. So looking at this, it's a translation. So you've got to use the word translation. And then just remember, like on our mile marker, I'm going to say from the first triangle to the other, I'm going 1, 2, 3 units to the right and 1 unit down. So I could say a translation 3 right and 1 down. I could also say x plus 3, y minus 1 for that. Just when it says name, make sure you use the word. All right, next it asks to find the following lengths. So the length of WT is just 1, 2, 3 units. I can just count. The length of TN is 2 units. But when it asks for the length of NW, I have to use the Pythagorean theorem. We've done this a lot by now, so I know that's going to be 2 squared plus 3 squared is the length I'm looking for squared. So that's 4 plus 9 gives me x squared. 4 plus 9 is 13. So I'm going to get the square root of 13. And you could write it out as a decimal as well. I'm just going to leave it as a square root of 13. The next question, identify the corresponding congruent parts. So these triangles are congruent. AB is congruent to NW. So I would put NW here with the bar above. BC is congruent to WT. And CA is congruent to TN. Then lastly, to complete the congruent statement, just pay attention. WTN goes to BCA. So I'd complete this with triangle BCA right there. All right, let's move down to the next couple questions. All right, so very similar here in 5 through 8. What type of transformation is this? Well, if I look at it, that's a reflection. So when it says be specific, I need to include that it is a reflection and then the line of reflection. So if I double check, it's being reflected over the axis, the y-axis. So I'm going to say reflection over y-axis. Find the following lengths. So if I'm looking for ML, I'm going to have to use the Pythagorean theorem for that one. LR is 1 unit and RM is 1, 2, 3. So to find ML, because this thing itself is a right triangle, I can do a squared plus b squared is c squared. I'm just going to call that an x. Could you see? So let's see. So that's 1 plus 9 gives me x squared, and that's going to be 10. So the square root of 10 will give me x. All right, down here, identify the corresponding congruent parts. So side AB is congruent to side MR because they're both 3 units. Side BC is congruent to RL. They're both 1 unit. And then side CA is congruent to LM. They're both the square root of 10 units long. So triangle MLR is congruent to triangle ACB. All right, that's the video for the first page.